Bonsoir tout le monde. Tonight's homework, we are taking notes on the next grammar point in Chapter 9, and that is les adjectifs démonstratifs or demonstrative adjectives, which is a long way to say this, that, these, and those. We use these adjectives to point out people or things. We do the same thing in English when we say, I want this apple, or how about those bananas? In French, there's only one set of demonstrative adjectives, and as always, because it's an adjective, it has masculine and feminine forms. So let's write down those different forms. Now, these words here, consonne is consonant, and voyelle is vowel. Okay? Because in one instance, it matters if the noun we're talking about starts with a consonant or a vowel. So on the masculine side, singular, the form of this adjective is ce. Ce train means this train. Go ahead and write that down. Now, when I have a masculine singular noun that starts with a vowel or a vowel sound like I get with a silent H in horaire, I have to use a T. In between, I have to use set, C-E-T. This is for sound. Like I always say in French, it's all about the sound. Because it wouldn't sound right to say ce horaire. We say cet horaire. We have that liaison, cet horaire. So the masculine singular has two forms. One for a noun that starts with a consonant, and the other for a noun that starts with a vowel. This schedule. The feminine form is set. Remember what I've said. When you have an E, consonant, consonant E in a word, you know it's feminine. Cette voiture, this car. And it's the same form when you have a noun that starts with a vowel. Cette annonce. And you've probably guessed that the reason for that is because I hear these T's. Cette annonce. So I don't need to change anything. Now the nice thing about these is that the plural form, just like le, la, l'apostrophe, is always c'est. For le, la, l'apostrophe, it's always les. And for these, it's always c'est. Ces trains, these trains or those trains. Ces horaires, we have that liaison there. Ces horaires, these schedules or those schedules. Ces voitures, these cars. And ces annonces, these announcements. I'll give you a minute to finish writing those down. Okay, now sometimes, and again it's just for sound, the French like to add the word la after a noun following a demonstrative adjective. It's used for emphasis. C'est un magazine super. It is a super magazine. Ce magazine-là, this magazine here, tu rigoles, il est horrible. You're kidding. It is horrible. Ce magazine-là, this magazine here, you're kidding. It is horrible. It's really just there for emphasis. Okay, on the next slide, we're going to do the exercise. Do it with me. Les voyageurs attendent dans. Now to do this right, you have to know whether your noun is masculine or feminine. Can you guess? Do you remember? Well, if you said feminine, you were right. Remember our expression to form a line? Faire la queue, faire la queue. So I'm going to use the feminine form of this adjective. Cette. The travelers are waiting in this line. This line. Let's try another one. Nous prenons chariot parce que nous avons beaucoup de valises. Chariot is the noun in question. Is it masculine or feminine? If you said masculine, you were right. We are taking this cart because we have a lot of suitcases. We have a lot of suitcases. We are taking this cart, ce chariot. Madame Pinot, lit. This is a new verb we're going to be learning, lit. It means to read. Madame Pinot reads this schedule when she arrives at the train station. Horaire. Well, we saw that in our notes. It's masculine, but it starts with a vowel sound. So which one do I want? If you said C, you were right. Cet horaire, this schedule. Okay, number 4 is talking about some very interesting magazines, and that's plural. So, we already said there's only one plural form, and what is it? Ces. Ces magazines sont très intéressants. These magazines are very interesting. Mon grand-père n'entend pas. My grandfather doesn't hear this important announcement. Annonce. This was in our notes as well. Do you remember? Is it masculine or feminine? If you said feminine, you're on the right track. Cette annonce. Cette annonce importante. Now, if you couldn't remember about annonce, you could always look at the adjective that follows. It gives you a little hint right here because it's in the feminine form. I have an E on important, making it importante, which tells me that annonce is feminine. So I want the feminine form of my demonstrative adjective. All right, guys, great job. We just have one more thing to do. I'm going to show you the relationship between the interrogative adjectives that we learned in the last chapter and the demonstrative adjectives that we just learned. So if you wouldn't mind, please in your notebook, right after your notes that you just took, if you wouldn't mind writing these down. So our interrogative adjectives that we learned, asking the question which or what, we learned their forms. Masculine singular, quel, masculine plural, quel, feminine singular, quelle, and feminine plural, quelle. They all sound the same, but you can see they're spelled differently. When somebody's asking a question and they're talking about a masculine singular noun, they use the form quel. You answer with ce. If the noun starts with a vowel, you answer with cet. When somebody asks you a question and it's masculine plural, quel, you answer with ces. If somebody asks you which one and it's feminine, like quelle voiture, which car, you answer with cette. Cette voiture, this car. And if somebody asks you a question that's feminine plural, like quelle maison, which houses, you answer with ces maisons. All right, my friends, that is it for tonight. Tomorrow when we come in, as always, there'll be a short entrance quiz. Then you'll break up into your groups to do your activities. Bonne soirée!